Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday afternoon. We've got defence coach Norman Lecker and SENATLA. Normally, if we can start with you. I think we've got 7 points from 2 games on the Highveld, but we still feel like there's a lot we can improve on. So that's obviously a good space to be in going into 2 home games at Cape Town Stadium.
Yeah, look, it's not to sound overconfident or anything, but I think if someone has told me before we left, we'll get 7 points from playing the Bulls and the Lions away, I probably would have taken it. 10 points would have been ideal, but unfortunately we didn't get it. So we'll take the 7 and we'll work. That we need to fix.
Okay. If you look at next Wednesday, I mean, that's the first time Western Province are actually going to play at Cape Town Stadium. That's something to get excited about. We also know we've got 2 home games before we go into the bubble for the Lions series. So it's a focus on these 2 games and obviously getting the most out of them.
Yeah, look, next Wednesday is quite important for us. First Currie Cup game at Cape Town Stadium. So we're really looking forward. I think the team is quite energized and excited for the game coming up. Obviously, on Wednesday night wasn't our best performance of the season so far, but we know what to fix and we're quite excited for next Wednesday.
Sedi, you back in the hoops. Obviously, you missed out a couple of games in the Rainbow Cup. Good to be back. I mean, looking at the way that the team is playing, I feel like it suits you. We've scored, I think it's 11 tries in the 2 games we've played. So that means that we're tracking in a way of using our assets as best we can. Is that something you're excited about?
Yeah, most definitely. It's always wonderful to be back in the hoops. Suspended for 4 games, which became 7 weeks, which is always tough for any rugby player, I guess, especially when you're not injured. So that was pretty tough. But yeah, I did a whole lot of work that, focused a lot on my deficiencies and stuff that I kind of lacked, and obviously focused on my strength, which is like my theme for this year. And the way we play, as you mentioned, goes hand in hand with where my strength lies, I believe. It's quite unfortunate that I haven't touched the ball as much as I would have liked to touch it. But it's nice that, the ball is going around, even though it's going to the other side. That's a positive, that the ball is going around, and I'm pretty excited, as Norman said. I'm pretty excited to be part of this team. The energy is quite good in this team as well, so we're pretty excited about what's going forward.
Okay, so you've been spending some quality time in the gym, feeling strong, feeling ready?
Not too much in the gym. I'm doing a lot of unorthodox work, if one may call it that. And as I mentioned, my theme for the next coming years is to focus on my strength, because a lot of time coming back from the sevens, a lot of people, the coaches rather, expecting me to obviously work on my deficiencies as much as I can. But that kind of like set me back a whole lot, because my strengths were kind of like there, but they came down because obviously skill is skill, and if you don't work on it, it kind of like goes down. And I got to a place where I was more balanced, but not really specializing in anything. So I've been working a lot on stuff that I'm really good at, getting the speed back. I feel like I'm quick again, and I feel explosive again, and I'm more agile than I was in a couple of years. So that's pretty positive.
Just to finish, Sedi, you've had 1 game, I think, at Cape Town Stadium this year. It was that preparation series game against the Lions. We saw you score a try and set up a couple of others. It's obviously a place you enjoy playing, a place where you've had some good times in the past. So you must be looking forward to these next 2 games playing there?
Yeah, I think I put something behind the poles there, Cape Town Stadium. It's a place that I thoroughly enjoy playing at. I think, the aura in the stadium, although there's no supporters around, the aura is quite lovely. The field is amazing. The facilities are quite wonderful. So a lot of wonderful moments. If I'm not counting recent years with the sevens, but taking back to the Stormers jersey, I've had a good run there. I love the stadium. I love what it presents, and obviously just playing the black and the blue and white hoops, something special. So looking forward to continue with the run that I've had at Cape Town Stadium. I'm trying to make that kind of like my fortress, if I may say so. Trying to make it very hard for teams to come and play there or against us, rather. So looking forward to that.
Awesome. All right, guys, we can go over to you if you've got questions for these 2. Shoot.
Hi, Norman, nice to Bella. It's nice to see you guys. Norm, you spoke now about the 7 points and that you would have taken that, but and I understand what you're saying. at the same time, you did play against a severely weakened Bulls team, and the team really, I think, for the first 50 minutes of that Lions game, I don't think any supporter or yourselves would have been happy with that. Do you think it's important that in the coming weeks or this coming week already that that the team raises its standard significantly?
Steven, ja, kijk, ek stem ons saam met dit was nie die beste Bulls span nie, maar wat min mense weet, ons het ook omtrent 28 ouens uitgehaal. Paar mense wat beseer is en 'n klomp ouens by die bokke, so dit was ook ons beste moontlike span wat ons bymekaar kon sit en ek is trots op die manne wat hulle gebring het op die dag. En om terug te kom na Woensdag aand, dit was glad ons standaard geweest nie. I think we've let ourselves down, especially in the first 30 we have spoken about it, we have addressed it. And I'll say I'm 100% sure we as a unit won't drop the supporters or ourselves again, which is the most important thing. Because obviously we work for each other and we put in the hard yards. So it's important for us not to drop each other and make sure we put the solid performance every single time we play. And that was definitely not our standard.
So Bella, how do you reflect on Wednesday night? You guys were completely off and nearly clinched it at the end. I mean, looking back now, just what has the introspection taught you guys about Wednesday?
Yeah, look, for us as players as well, it was highly disappointing. I'll cap it to 60 minutes. The 60 minutes of the game, we were not there at all. We had a hard look at ourselves, obviously, and we hard with each other as well, and had a couple of words with each other. And I think the most important thing for us to take forward is the fact that we need to have more intention and more attitude going to games, because it feels like we are waiting for teams to impose the will on us instead of us going out there and imposing our will. And the way we play, we should be doing that, right? So yeah, we're looking to work hard on that and obviously impose the will instead of trying to let teams come to us and having, our game breakers break the game for us. I think that's the problem at the moment. We're all just waiting for one guy to kind of like break the game because we have special players. So it's all about everyone just pulling together and obviously making sure that we move forward together, not just waiting for the one guy to pull out a magic trick and then we'll follow.
And Norman, just on the defensive front, obviously being a defense coach, if the team concedes 6 tries or so, you always take heat. So just how do you feel, just your thoughts reflecting on that and what the guys can do to tighten up a little bit?
Steven, look, defense has been our strength for the past couple of years. I know you can't always go back in the past, but 2020 Super Rugby, we were the best in the competition up until lockdown started. We were very good. Super Rugby unlocked, same with Currie Cup. So I think it was literally just a lapse of concentration on Wednesday night that's let us down. And also 1 or 2 silly penalties. I mean, unfortunately, playing at a quality team like the Lions don't take anything away from them. They've molded really well. And it was silly errors by us, penalties that has put us in that position, which has given the Lions good attacking opportunity. Look, and it's always difficult 5 or 10 meters away from the try line. Because if you're looking at a defensive team a bit more than an attacking team. So if one mistake leads up to another, then it's another penalty and it ends up being a yellow card, and then we conceded 21 points by playing with 14 men. So yes, Steven's definitely not our standard, but like I mentioned earlier, the group of players that we have around here and the energy, I know for a fact it will be better on Wednesday night. Or not, for a fact I know it will be better, yeah. And the guys will bring it, that I can promise you.
And are you guys getting any fit player, any guys coming back from injuries for that game?
Yeah, there's a few guys returning. Tristan Lights, Edwell van der Merwe, Leoden Zas. I think that's about the 3 that's coming. That came back after they've had the 10-day break. So yeah, those are the guys that could come up for selection.
Siabelo, obviously you don't pick the team, but the possibility of playing with Edwill again and Sergil in a combination. I mean, Edwill has brought a heck of a lot to that team of late. Just your thoughts on that?
Jesus, thank you God that I'm not picking that team. Because to be quite honest, man, on the back three, we're quite thick. There's a whole lot of players that, putting their hands up. As you mentioned, Edwill, the last couple of games for the Stormers has been amazing. I should be panicking because I'm thinking, but yeah, but it's been amazing, man. Just training with the guys and seeing the health competition between the squad and how guys are actually pushing each other for the jersey. It's amazing. I mean, like I said, we really thick on the back three. Whoever you put, it doesn't really matter. So pretty excited to see how that is going to unfold. Hopefully, I'm inside there to make it happen or to experience what we're talking about right now. Yeah, we kind of like have a very good back three at the moment. And guys are rotating, can play anyway. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to pan out.
Any other questions from anybody else?
Yes, yeah, Mikey. Hi, Norm. Hi, Siabelo. Just for Siabelo, you were in this position, about 5 years ago, where your name was read out to go to the Olympics. This time around, you're not there. Do you still have a bit mixed feelings when you see something like that, or how are you feeling currently things as well?
Nathan, I think I made that decision a long time ago. I think I made a very conscious decision on where to take my career in the next couple of years. I've always mentioned that my career is built in 3 phases. And we're in the 4th phase now, which 15 is going to be preference, and I'm just going to be playing 15s. The Olympics came in a time where a pandemic happened, where I was supposed to finish the Olympics in an ideal world, but we're in 2021 and we're not in an ideal world, so everything just got carried over. But I had to make that tough decision of, do I go back to the Olympics or do I still stick with my decision that was always going to be there, of just focusing 15s and giving 15s a full go and just being here all the time to make sure that I give myself the best chance at playing the best game that I can in 15-man rugby. And that goes for a lot of things, not just structures, but basic conditioning, stuff to condition your body for 7s and 15s, because they require 2 different things. So you kind of like almost hovering at the middle the whole time, not conditioning your body for one. So I had to make that decision last time we went on lockdown, and I chose this path, and hopefully it works out for me. I'm wishing the guys all of the best that are going to Tokyo, or the list to go to Tokyo. I mean, like it's a wonderful place to be, and obviously like it's a dream come true for most of the guys. We all want to go to Olympics at some point in our lives. Quite unfortunate for me that year got taken out of my calendar, because I would have loved to actually get the goal. But my focus is here, my energy is here, and this is what I'm gunning for, and I'm going to go for it 100%.
Any others, guys?
Yeah, I think we not replicate. I don't believe in replication or trying to imitate any image. I think we're all different. Obviously, the concept of will be the same, but we're all different, and our timings are different. I believe in processes, and obviously taking your time, and obviously in God's time, everything will fold over and present itself according to your will. I hope. But yeah, this is literally what I'm trying to do as well. You know, I'm trying to stick it in and trying to spend time here and try to give all that I can to the system first, because that's the first and foremost thing. I'm not thinking too far forward. And I know that if I really enjoy myself and enjoy my rugby, and obviously doing the best that I can, which I'm kind of like getting into now, I know things will happen. So that's what I'm trying to do. Yes, yeah, it's the same concept, but I'm trying to do it my way, and whichever way that is, I don't know. Only God can let that unfold. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
All right, last questions, guys. Are we happy with that?